back to my channel. This is Sri Radha Debroy, your sociology educator. So in this video, we are going to discuss what a community means in sociology. So these are my basic academic details, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. So now without wasting much time, let us start with today's video. The word community is derived from the French word community, which comes from the Latin word communitas, meaning public spirit. So the word community basically means public spirit. So now let us look at few definitions of community. So first one is of Bogardas. So Bogardas says that a community is basically a social group with some degree of we feeling and a living in a given area. So he talks about community as a group, a social group which is characterized by we feeling and they live in a certain given or specified area. Secondly, McIver and Page. McIver and Page say that whenever the members of any group, small or large, live together in such a way that they share the basic conditions of common life, we call that group a community. So McIver and Page stress that when people live together and share a common life, the group is called a community. At another place, they write a community is a strongly knit group occupying a single geographic area and a common life. So they stress that community is a group, a strong group which occupy a single geographic area or a geographical territory, and they live and have a common life or similar conditions of life. So in both the definitions we see that there are few common characteristics which we find from these definitions. The first one is that they have a sense of we feeling or a feeling of togetherness, a belonging to the community, and they live in a specific area, a geographical area. So you see that in both Bogardas and McIver and Page's definition, we find that we feeling, given area or a territory, a sense of a territory or a geographical area and a common life are few of the characteristics which define a community. So, broadly speaking, community is a geographic area having common centers of interests and activities. It is an area of social living and is marked by some degree of coherence. It is an inclusive term and it includes all of our social relationships. Simply speaking, it is a group or a collection of groups inhabiting a delimited geographical area and its members live together in such a way that they share basic conditions of common life. So basically, community has some specific characteristics, like it has a specific geographical area. So members of a specific community inhabit or reside in a specific geographical area which has a common centers of interests and activities. So people generally pursue similar type of activities and it is an area of social living. So there is a social bonding among the people of that group and it is marked by some degree of coherence or unity. So people in a community have a certain type of unity. It is an all inclusive term and it includes all of our social relationships. Simply speaking, a community is a group or collection of groups and they delimit a geographical area. So this is one very important feature of community, that it has a specific geographical area and its members live together. They have a sense of unity and togetherness and they share certain basic conditions of common life. So they share basic similar conditions of a common living. So according to McIver, there are two bases of a community or two specific features which define a community. So the first one is locality. So a locality is the first important thing which defines a community. So people must occupy a specific geographical area to be called a community. And second is community sentiments. So just having a locality is not enough for a people to call themselves members of a community. They should have community sentiments or feelings of togetherness to the community with other fellow community members. So they must feel certain elements of togetherness and unity towards the community members. So let us now discuss in details the features of a community. So the first one, as we have already discussed, is locality. So locality is the most important defining feature of a community. So it is a territorial group occupying a specific geographical area. So people must live in a specific area to be defined as a community, and living together basically facilitates social unity, bonding among the members. So the second important feature is community sentiments. So people must have sentiments of belonging together or a feeling of belongingness. So the people must be aware of their staying together and sharing common interests. So this means that they must develop a sense of we feeling. So we feeling is basically a kind of identification with the group, and without this sense of identification or awareness, people cannot just call a group a community. The third important feature of a community is stability. So, a community is characterized by stable relations. A community is stable and permanent. It is not temporary like a crowd or a mob. And a community cannot be dissolved easily. The fourth important characteristic of a community is naturalness. So, a community is natural in origin, and it is not made by the people through planned efforts, but rather people become members of a community by virtue of their birth. So, in a way, a community is spontaneous in origin and it is not created by planned efforts. So, membership in a community, therefore, is involuntary. People do not have any say in becoming a member of the community, but rather they become member of a community because of their birth. So, a community cannot come into being suddenly and automatically. So next we come to the question of size. So community involves the idea of size. So a community may be big or small. An example of a small community is, say for example, a village, and a big community can be a nation. However, we see that in any type of community there is a question of size. This is because a community is characterized by a specific geographical area, and a geographical area does involve the question of size. So whether big or small, a community does involve the idea of a size, and there may be communities within communities. Say for example, the village community is a part of the state community, and the state community is a part of the national community. So therefore there may be communities within communities as a whole. Now, there are regulations of relations in a community. So, a community has certain customs, traditions, and practices. So, when people live together, they gradually develop certain customs, traditions, practices, modes of behavior which are specific to the community, and members of the community do try to follow those customs and behaviors while living together. So, a community is created spontaneously over a long period of time. So, it is not suddenly created one day due to the efforts of the individuals, but rather it is established as a way of living. So, people live together, and by virtue of living together through years, they develop a sense of community. Next, a community serves wider ends. So, it is not created just to fulfill a specific purpose, rather, it is created as a way of living together for years. So, therefore, a community serves wider ends and it is not limited to a specific purpose, and therefore, it serves the interest of the larger members of the community. Next, a particular name. So every community has a particular name. Say for example, the Bengali community, the Oriya community, etc. So now let us look at some of the examples of community. So village, tribe, district, nation, world, etc. are all examples of community. So every group which has the characteristics which we discussed earlier will fall under the purview of community. And communities can exist within communities. So say for example, the village is a part of the district is a part of the nation, and nation is a part of the world. So in this way, every small community can be a part of the larger community. So, to conclude, in modern times, the nature of community sentiments is changing. Modern communities are less self contained. Technological improvements, better communication facilities have led to this. So, we see today the boundary between communities are fast disappearing because of globalization and technological improvements, communication facilities. The world has become a small place. So, different nations are now connected with each other in a very close circuit, And therefore, we see that we gradually have developed the concept of a world community. We often call ourselves the citizens of the world. So, in this way, communities are becoming less self contained and they're gradually becoming the part of a larger interconnected whole. I hope this video was helpful for you all. If yes, then please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next video. Till then, keep shining.